Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Lazy Bay Designs. On this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to cut and sew these beautiful overlapped puffy sleeves. So stay connected as we get started. Okay, so these are the materials I'll be using. This is my interlining, my tape measure, chalk, pins, scissors, and then my fabric or my material. Okay, so around I'm using around 12 inches divided by 2 will give me 6 inches, then 1 inch as the ease, that's how free the arm is going to be, and then 1 inch for the seam allowance, making 8 inches. Okay, so I marked out the 8 inches and then draw my ruler throughout, so from top to down. Yes. Okay, so as you can see, for the sleeves there is a puff at the top of the sleeves. Okay, so I'll be leaving about 4 inches from the tip of the sleeves downwards. Okay, so as you can see what I'm about to do, I left 4 inches downwards. After I was done, I realized the 4 inches wasn't enough. So when sewing yours, you can make yours 5 inches. Okay, so I made it 4.5 here. I made it another 4.5 at the other side. Then I connected the 2 points with my ruler. Okay, so after I was done, the next thing I did is I brought the tape measure from where the 4 inches ended downwards 2 inches, then draw my normal armhole curve. But since there will be a puff at the top of the sleeves, I draw a curve from where the 4 inches started, then curved it to where I brought the tape measure down 2 inches, like this. Okay, so the sleeve length is 8 inches. Then I placed the tape measure at the normal sleeves where it ended, 8 inches. I marked my 8 inches downwards. Then I added 1 inch to it for my seam allowance or sewing allowance. Okay, so I marked out. Okay, so when we come to the lower arm is 11 inches divided by 2 will give me 5.5. I marked out the 5.5 plus 1 inch as a sewing allowance, making 6.5. So as you can see, I marked out 6.5, and then I connected the ruler from where the 6.5 ended to the underarm of the sleeves. Afterwards, I'll be cutting out the sleeves. So I'll be cutting out 4 sleeves. Okay, so this is the 4 sleeves I cut out. Okay, so I'm about to work on one. Afterwards, I'll use it to cut all the 3 pieces left. I then notched the center of the sleeves or the working sleeves. I opened it into 2 this way. Then I located the center by drawing my line throughout. Okay. Yes, that's my line throughout. Okay, so from the center arm away, I marked out 4 inches. From the center arm away, I marked out 4 inches, and then brought the tape measure from the hem upwards 7 inches. And then from the tip of the sleeves where I notched, I marked out 5 inches, like what I have done. So you place the tape measure at where you notched, then you measure it along the curve and marked out 5 inches. So after I was done, I realized the 7 inches I left from the hem of the sleeves upwards was too high, so I lowered it by 1 inch, and then I slanted my line from where the curve started to the center sleeves and then to the hem of the sleeves, like what I have done. But when we get to the hem of the sleeves, it shouldn't be straight, like it should be a bit curved. Yeah, it should be a bit curvy. Okay, so I'll be cutting out and then cut out on all the other 3 pieces left. Okay, so I'll cut it on other pieces left. I'll cut the same thing on my lining pieces, and then cut the same thing on the interlining. After I was done cutting, I then opened it and overlapped it to see what I got. Okay, so this is what I have after cutting and then overlapping it. Please remember to notch on all the 4 pieces you cut out. Okay, so this is what I have after overlapping. Great. The next thing to do is to go ahead and cut it on my lining pieces, and then cut it on my interlining. Okay, so this is me cutting on the interlining. The next thing to do is to go ahead and then place the interlining onto our lining pieces like this, but please make sure you place the interlining or the stiff, let's say the violin, yes, you place the stiff on the wrong side of the lining pieces, so that when we overlap we get a stiff hiding inside the lining. This will happen to both sides. Okay, so this is what I have after fusing the violin or the stiff together with the lining pieces. I then trimmed off the excess violin that appeared at the sides. Okay, so the next thing to do is to go ahead and work on our lining pieces. So this is me marking or tracing the notch on the violin or the stiff. So the next thing to do is to go ahead and open it up and overlay it. So I'll overlay, making sure the notches matches, then I'll pin it down to secure it before I work on the down part. Okay, so this is what I have after overlapping both the lining and then the main fabric. The next thing to do is to go ahead and sew 1 inch downwards for the main fabric, and then 1 inch downwards at the lining fabric. So this is what I have after sewing 1 inch at the side and side for the fabric and then the lining pieces. I'll then go ahead and then take out the pins I used in securing the top part. Okay, then I'll open it up and then do the same thing for the fabric pieces. Okay, so I just want you to see something after overlapping. Okay, so this part happens to be the arm, the lower arm. So when I open it up, that part becomes the down area. So I'll therefore open the fabric, the main fabric also, by removing the pins, and then place the right side of the main fabric onto the right side of the lining pieces like this. So I'll go ahead and sew the down area, that is the lower arm area, yes, 1/2 inch from the first tip to the other tip. Okay, so from tip to tip at the down part. This is what I have after sewing the down area. I'll then notch out the curvy parts only, or the U parts only. Yes, I'll do the same thing for the other side, and then turn to the right side. Okay, so after turning to the right side, the next thing to do is to go ahead and take it to my ironing board to press it. Great, so this is what I have after pressing. The next thing to do is to bring it, turn to the wrong side and overlap it, making sure the notches matches like what I am doing. Okay, so I will then secure it with pins and then create the pleats or gathers at the shoulder parts to give me that puffy looks. After creating the pleat, Then that'll be all for the creation of these sleeves. Then your sleeves is ready. Let's try it on a dummy to see how it looks. Okay, so this is what we have after sewing. Thank you all for watching my videos. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do so and then press the notification bell to notify you anytime I upload any video.